Alright, so doing another Rammatra video. I don't know how many more of these I'm going to do. Probably reaching the limit of self-review that I want to post at least. And I'm going to cover Rammatra, and in particular when you need to switch. So folks who have not been following along, I've been one-checking Rammatra for all of Season 3 so far. I think I'm like something like 8 hours of gameplay. I started the season after Decay at Diamond 5. I won this game and then the next game, and I just ranked up into Masters 4. So I'm going to guess that this game is probably something like Masters 5. And even though I've been one-tricking to try to force Rammatra, like, even though when I know it's a really bad matchup, either because of the map or the enemy composition or my own team composition, or even when my team is flaming me, I've been playing Rammatra no matter what. Because I think it's very important when you first start playing Hero to understand, like, what limit testing here, right? Like, what really do I have to switch for? And just trying to do the absolute best to make that happen, to still be able to pull off a win, because that really tells you, like, when do I really switch. Like, for example, if I die and I have 90% ulti, do I need to switch coming back because it's really that bad, or should I try to stay for the ulti? That's a really important decision that you're gonna have to make, assuming you have not a one trick. So it's really important when you start learning Hero to really force it, that, you know, the square peg into round holes whenever possible, to just see, like, truly what are, like, the deal breakers that I must switch for. So this is the first game where I just kind of gave up. I'm like, look, I really can't make Rammatra win here, and I decided to switch at the end, and you'll see that. So for Rammatra, this is a really bad map for Rammatra. You have a combination of lots of high ground, which Rammatra is terrible at, and like long angles followed by like very short angles, where Rammatra kind of like wants a blend of it, right? You want the long angles to be able to poke and then get up close and then punch and then take cover so that you can poke again. But the problem is you either have very open points like the first one, or you have very tight points which are vertical like the second one. And the third one, you once again have long angles, and then you have short brawly spaces, but it's so easy to kite you that you can't get value out of Nemesis, or you just die. So I don't think I've won a single map on Paraiso or Dorado, I think. Those are my two worst maps by far, like one-tricking Rammatra. I think I have something like 6, 7 losses on them on Rammatra. It's like absolutely crazy. Like, they're probably like 50% of all the losses that I have, because I really can't find a way to play Rammatra on them. So in this game, again, I'm going to tell you that I'm going to switch after the first round on offense, and then you can kind of see how that goes. So starting out the bat, right, I want to check really quick, see if I need a shield. I do need a shield because I see the ashes there. Just poke. So my goal here is I really can't do anything from low ground, right? Sitting down here trying to poke them is not going to do anything. I have to immediately try to get up here and make space. I see the Widow. I really poke the Widow off the angle. You notice I don't like spam too much because I know she's not going to come back, right? She's not going to re-peek when she knows I'm already see her and shooting her. I kind of do a drive-by shooting at the ball, but I'm not really planning on shooting the ball. Like, I literally start reloading right here because I'm just walking right by him because I can't interact with him. He has too much health. Like, ball now is like unbelievably difficult to kill. And as a low damage hero like Rammatra, like, you're one of the lowest damage heroes in the game, right? You do 100 damage a second with staff, 80 damage with punch. Ball is like a non-factor for you. I'm like, look, if he gets low, like, he's pinging him, right? If he gets low, like, I see he's discorded right now, I try to get him. Through vortex, I'm too slow, slash too far away. I get purpled here, I wait for a second. I think about doing a shield in case I get splashed, but ends up being fine. I checked, that was dynamite. I was just like looking to confirm like what was going on over there. I hear the ball, but it's like, again, I don't really waste time. If he goes up there, I would have poked him down a little more. Now he's discorded. I punch because I see that he's like messed up the grapple. Nearly get him, block to get out. Again, reset. And now it's all about controlling high ground. Okay, I understand, you know, we're much better at high ground control here than the ball is, because I can put shield up and these people in the open just die, right? Like, what are they going to do when you have a Rammatra shield? So I put a Rammatra shield, and I'm hoping my 2 hit scan are going to step up here and just try to shoot them, which is what's going on here. Ball comes in, I just need to deflect him for a second. I pop Nemesis because I thought he was going to stick around. He's not. Fine, I go back to staff form. But you notice I peek even when I'm not full, because I'm not expecting to die here. Like, I have too much health here to die instantly, and if I did die or take a big Ash headshot, then I would have ducked. Right? Eventually, my strategy works, which is just holding the shield here and letting my hit scan force everybody else off. Great. I see Widow here. Pop Vortex. Just chasing him down. Kill the Kiriko. Great. Going back to point. I see the ball. Step back so I don't get slammed. He gets nanoed. So I want to figure out who nanoed him, right, with the Ana. I tried to shield here for my Genji, but he's on the wrong side. I knew that I didn't have a lot of time, which is why I popped it so quick instead of trying to line it up, because I knew the Genji was low. So right here, I hear the Ashe shooting, so I start chasing her down. I kill the Kiriko. This is just good mechanics, right? I think this is not a common 2v1 that most people at lower ranks get. Right? I poke the Ashe down, I pop Nemesis. I have no help here, right? This is just a straight 2-on-1. Their ball even bumps me here to try to stop me. I should have meleeed there. I thought about it and I realized I missed, right? Kill the Ashe. Again, I just run back to point. Pop Vortex, pop shield. Right, shooting ball. I have to poke ball now because I have no choice because he's stalling the point. I hear the Widow. See the Widow's dead, so I don't need to go up there and deal with her. I see the Ana right now. I Vortex. I shield. I try to chase the Ana down. I pop, I pop ulti here just to make sure I get killed the Ana. I come back. I assume I'm gonna get healing here because I know my whole team's on the point, and I'm like, wait, I should get healed here, right? My Kiriko has Swift Step and does not teleport to me, and so I block here, and I'm like, wait, what is happening? I really should have gotten saved there. There's no reason that the Kiriko should have been spending her time attacking the ball with her 40 damage body shots versus just healing me, and this is an easy win. Anyway, this point's gonna go on for a little bit longer, but finally we cap it. Yeah, that drives me nuts because the Kiriko had healed me. I could have killed their Kiriko as well and continued to stagger. I know I say don't blame your teammates, but like, you know, I'm not blaming them for losing, but like it's something I identify. I'm like, my Kiriko should have healed me there. There's like no reason for the Kiriko to not have healed me. It's far more important to heal me than attack the ball. So I want to poke here, but as soon as I get headshot by the Widow, I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna poke for the rest of the shield and then leave because I don't obviously want to get killed instantly. I don't know what my Kiriko Swift Steps here. Their Kiriko pops Rush for some reason. Just chilling here. There's not a lot I can do here. This is one of the reasons why Rammatra sucks, right? If I was like Winston D.Va, I could do a lot here, but like what the heck am I supposed to do as Rammatra? I put Vortex to discourage the ball from rolling in. It doesn't really slow him that much once he gets moving. It's pretty unfortunate. I wonder if it applies to his base movement speed, not his current movement speed. But it feels to me that Ball, I would say, is the worst hero to play against this Rammatra. Even Doomfist. Doomfist is the second worst, but Ball is far and away the worst one. It's very hard to interact with him anyway. Like your Vortex doesn't slow him near enough. Even for Pile Driver, if you throw it under him, it pulls him to the ground, but it doesn't stop the Pile Drive, so it's like kind of irrelevant. It just makes it like slightly easier to hit him. So because of Ball's positioning, you notice his team is also weirdly positioned. Like, why are his supports so far up? But presumably because they're trying to help the Ball or something. Something strange happened. They shouldn't be down here, but because they're down here, they die. Right, again, I was looking for the Kiriko, but as soon as I saw that we have a Sombra and the Ball gets hacked, then I focused him down again. Kiriko gets away. I'll get another punch in here. Oh, I missed one. Hit one, miss one. Now I'm just worried about backline. I mean, this is the general strategy of playing with Ball as Rammatra. Is like, just don't interact with him, because what the heck are you going to do? I'd rather just kill everybody else but him. Especially since you also rely on headshots for your staff. So right here I'm poking because like he's nanoed, and like I think about shielding Lucio, but he's already in cover. I shield right now. I go for backline. My Sombra's in. Right, I just melt the Ana here. Oh, a lot of whiffs here. No, actually no, I do it right here. Alright, Kiriko dies. I missed this. I was so upset about this. I should just take my time on the last hit because I knew for sure that would kill her. Alright, May blocks to prevent herself from killing me. I have ulti here. I pop it here to just try to clean up the point. So I forced those two back. I know the May doesn't have blocks. I just forced her to use it. Right, really important to track cooldowns like that. I shield off. Bob's on the point. Right, I know I'm shielded from the Bob, so I don't have to worry about it. But like my job here really is to suppress these two. So I'm on these two. I'm not really planning on killing them. I'm really just planning on holding back. But once I beat, I'm want to make something happen. Beat. I get low again. I can't quite get shield off. So unfortunate. We're gonna go again, right? Again, I get stuck in a situation as Rammatra where it's like literally, how can I impact this fight? Because like they're all just standing high ground, and I can try to rotate high ground, but it's like not really that effective. I could have stayed high ground there, but like again, like I could have used the wall to jump up, but like what am I gonna do up here that's gonna like meaningfully change being down there where it's easier to land headshots? So they pop Rush. I'm already expecting to lose this fight, so I'm just kind of like in stay back mode. I also expect them to May wall me, right? So I get back from May wall. Ball's super low. I can't quite get the kill. I Vortex, shield. Right, and now I'm probably going to die because I see wall. Yeah, that's it. I probably shouldn't have gotten super aggressive there, especially with most of my team dead. I think I lost track of that. So we're going to go again. This is final fight. We're in OT. I don't think I made it to the card. I think I get walled off, yeah. could have made it to the card though. 2, 1. Yeah, I think I could have made it to the card if I actually popped it the moment I had it. Because you notice I did have ulti here, which I was saving for this fight. So but like even with May ulti, like I don't think I would have gotten it. Anyway, so this is really frustrating, obviously, to only get it this far. And what was most frustrating was I felt like I was clearly better than the opposing team, but I was heavily restricted by the hero choice that I had and the map design. Which is not saying the map was bad. I'm saying like I had the wrong tool for the job, and so I was like, okay, this is not fun, frankly, for me to be playing. I've lost a lot of games on Paraiso and Dorado already. Like this was one of I think when I started this session, I lost one on Dorado and then won like 4 in a row or something to rank up. But I was just kind of sick of losing at this point, so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna break my rule. Like I already played almost 10 hours of something at Rammatra. I'm gonna stop one tricking at this point and actually switch to counter. So for people who are familiar with me from the previous season, I played a lot of Orisa in season 2. It was my most played hero by far. I think my overall win rate's like something like 57% lifetime, and I think it might be like something like 60% in season 2. So super good. Like definitely was not plateaued or peaked at all for Orisa. I could have kept climbing. So I'm going to play Orisa here. I've not played Orisa since the nerfs, and I'm going to feel the nerfs, which are damage fall off, is shorter, so she does less damage at range, which is pretty significant, actually, and I noticed this right away. I picked Orisa here because it's pretty flexible. As a hero, I thought about going Diva as well. I just felt like the Javelin would be a better interrupt for Ball, and Orisa's better against May, for sure, because you can just fortify and May can't do anything. Alright, round begins. Right, standard, just looking around. Start the poke. So you notice I wiggle a lot, and I wiggle my body versus my mouse to make sure that I keep it at head level. I see the Widow, I try to ping her. I missed the ping. Missed the Ana with the Javelin. Like, I can already feel Orisa does way less damage than I expect. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. It feels like a really significant, it feels like 50% damage reduction or so. It feels really significant. I missed Javelin right there. What do I do, Javelin? I spin. Again, just trying to get some space here. Same simple thing. I tried to fortify to prevent the ball from rolling through me. That's what it was. It wasn't to stay alive. So you see right here, I just absolutely plug this Ana in the head, and she like is not taking damage. Right? This is actually crazy how many headshots I get on this Ana. Alright, like it doesn't seem nearly as impressive when I watch an Ana perspective, but it felt like I was getting a bunch of headshots. Anyway, I peel the supports back, right? I go back for the ball. I don't have Javelin to do anything to stop him, right? I missed the Javelin right there, very close. I don't want to over-pursue right now because I don't know what's going on the point. Poke the ball a little bit, but mostly my job. I see the ball's discorded. Right now I'm going to do much damage, but now he's low. I chase here because I know they have a weak backline because I know they have a Widow from the very beginning of the game. So with like Ana, Kiriko, Widow, I'm not worried about getting blown up back here. There's like not a lot that he can do here. Only the Ashe is the only person who can injure me, and I think I knew that one of them was dead. So again, another reset, right? Kind of playing default, trying to figure out where the ball's going. Right, balls has to be careful because we're running Somber here. I hit the Ashe, but unfortunately I can't follow up because I get slept. I really want to chase her down. Right? That would have been a kill in the old days. Pre-buff or nerf, that would have been a kill. I see how low everybody is. I kill the Ashe. Right? Now I'm just greeting because like what are they going to do to stop me? I assume the ball, like I hear / feel the ball on me, which is why I spin backwards immediately. But again, like what can they do here? I do a Javelin to knock him off. Try to get the kill here. I see the Kiriko jumps to me. I'm looking for her. She probably climbs the bus. Right? Now, I'm going to continue to greed, right? Because I know, based on the lineup, that nothing they do can stop me. I'm just too strong at close range, and I have ulti. So my goal here is to continue the stagger and use the momentum. It's unlikely that I will get a better ulti opportunity if I play back, because they're all long-range heroes except for Ball. So I'm only going to be able to ult one of them anyway. So I'd rather force them back into this cluster and then pop ulti. So you're going to watch me chase, right? I really want the Ana. I pop Fortify to make sure I don't do too much damage here. Pop ulti. Pow. Right, get the kills. I'll kill the ball here too, right? The ball wants to be silly. I missed the Javelin, unfortunate. And then I go right back, right? And it's like, yeah, I popped the ulti to kill them right outside of their spawn, which normally I would say is a bad thing. But as Orisa, I'm not going to get better value from ulti against this lineup. They're just too spread out. But again, I would also highlight that playing Orisa feels so much better than Rammatra right now. Like, I feel like I can do so much to impact the game. Well, Rammatra, I'm just like poking them like endlessly while the ball just like murders my backline. And like, yeah, I can kind of initiate with Nemesis, but Orisa does so much more damage per second than Ball does, or than Rammatra does, and has better burst potential that it's no question. Like, I can kill somebody very quickly before they even realize that they should die. Like right here, that Bastion also took way less damage than I would expect. Rush is popped, so I'm going to play the corner, right? But Simwall gets popped and R rush, and now I'm advancing. I missed Javelin. The Anna's out of position, but I would have spun her into the corner and killed her if I needed to, but it's fine. I'm looking for targets. That Bastion comes out of nowhere. I try to kill the Bastion. I back off a little bit because I'm taking much damage and I'm not being healed. Right? On the Bastion, I was like surprised here that the Bastion did not die. You see, Kiriko's playing like way too far back. You know, she should be like much closer because she's like, there's no real way she would die here with me standing in front. But it's fine. She did have Zuzu, so we end up winning this fight. I'm gonna come back to point. Right, they've swapped. You see, they've swapped from Ball to Orisa. I see Soldier's visored. I'm immediately going. He's low, so he gives up. Like you see, he's gonna like run forward and start trying to attack. But a combination of Discord plus spam plus me means that he's suddenly really screwed. All right, I knock him down. I look for the kill. I don't want to go too far because I'm already pretty low and I'm purple, so I'm gonna chill a little bit. And I die here. So I like stepped forward a little bit. I should have just continued stepping backwards. That was my fault. I don't know if she actually had Suzu there. Oh no, she actually dies. That's what happens. How does she die? Did she get, if I killed her Visor? Visor killed her. Yeah. So there's no way of living. Even if I just step back, the Zen would have been enough to keep me up. So they won first point. Again, this is not. I wanted to touch here and potentially use Terror Surge because again, I'm not gonna get better Terror Surge anyway. I recognize I'm not gonna get it because they sleep me. So, you know, is what it is. I go back, play regular. And then this is a really hard hold, right? 2 minutes and 42 seconds, the only hold to here, right? Because remember, we only got the card over here, or actually, sorry, over here. Is a pretty tough hold here, but you're gonna see me kind of ball out a little bit. So I'm like way better than the opposing Orisa, and I know that right away because I already seen her pop Fortify. I see Soldier, I try to kill the Soldier, can't quite get it, right? Orisa's forced to use Spin to just keep me from killing the Soldier. That's fine. Now I know, as I mentioned to people before, Orisa doesn't have Spin, doesn't have Fortify. What does that mean? Pop Fortify and you kill her, and you're just gonna watch me murder her, right? Like what are they gonna do? It's like literally that straightforward, right? If the other Orisa messes up her cooldowns in like the mirror match, right? She's like, pop Fortify. Why did she pop Fortify here? No reason, right? This is Masters 5, presumably. Masters 5, Masters 4. There's no reason to be doing that. They clearly are like a Ball main, possibly even a Ball one trick, but because we were running a Sombra, they decided not to run Ball, which I totally understand. I wouldn't want to play Ball in the Sombra either. But like popping Fortify, then using Spin here to knock me out, and then not immediately trying to get out of the way. Like she chooses to be here, you know, like in my face, and I'm like, okay, cool. Now I'm gonna pop Fortify. I'm just gonna shoot her in the head. Right? Like you see, the Anna's shooting her non-stop and cannot keep up with the damage. Like it's actually, I don't remember what Reese's damage is per second, but like plus the headshots, you're probably averaging like 140 plus effective damage a second. It's like absolutely crazy. Bastion's here. I wish I had Javelin for a second earlier. Kill the Bastion. So I'm going to do this trick multiple times where they probably hear a lot of footsteps down here, so it's hard for them to distinguish, are we down here or are we climbing up? So I'm going to take advantage of this by going upstairs. I miss Javelin, right? Soldier's here. I knock him right off. Spin. Right, team gets kill for me. Great. I see Anna's dropped for some reason. Probably trying to save the Soldier. They pop Nano here, which is fine. I'm already fortified, so I don't worry about the Dale at all. I pop Spin just to prevent Orisa from doing anything to me. I stay up because I don't want my Sim to die, right? I have to stay up here for my Sim. I expect that Orisa's going to ulti here, or get pretty close to it. She probably thought she did have ulti. And I end up dying here out of position because of the Bastion. I totally forgot about the Bastion respawning. But I shouldn't have been here. I should have like either gone into the room or like followed the Orisa back and played here. Which is I just like, it's just such an unusual angle to think about of like a Bastion coming above you that I didn't think about it. So my team loses the fight. We're going to come again. I think it's me and Kiriko are the only two up, which I'm aware of. I'm just poking a little bit. Right, I don't want them to set up too much. Fine, they want to shoot me, that's fine. Alright, I get healed. I want that sweet Javelin. I see my Reaper's in. He gets a kill right there. I get Javelin, that's fine. I spin, she uses Fortify, great. Again, I'm just going to wait this out. Now I pop Fortify, hit the Bastion. I see Sim Wall, so I'm gonna use Sim Wall because there's no way I can kill the Bastion right now. Shoot, 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 shoot. I spin, right? I didn't even need Nano here. Honestly, I wish I hadn't gotten it because it was unnecessary. But again, like, look at the read here, right? I know that she doesn't have spin. I know she doesn't have Fortify. It doesn't matter. Pop everybody in. Again, you see they're all low. I did not need Nano here. It was unnecessary. And then you get a 4K. So for last fight, or second to last fight / last fight, same strategy again, going upstairs, pin the soldier, immediately kill him. So stuff like that is really important, right? Look for people who, quite frankly, don't know what they're doing. No offense to this player, but you will run into people, like if you are better than your rank, you will find people consistently who are clearly worse at the game than you, and you have to effectively bully them out of the game. Not from like a emotion, like a words perspective. Don't like literally like, you know, be mean to them, but you should take advantage of their mistakes consistently, right? This is the exact same play that I ran previously. The soldier should have been looking for this right away. And yeah, it takes some mechanical skill to land that javelin, right? If he'd been full health, he might have lived, especially with the Orisa buff, or nerf rather, but just something to think about, right? Now they are staggered, so they have to make the call. Do they want to push now, 4 and 5? Or do they want to wait for the soldier? And a lot of people are impatient. You see the Orisa's drop right now. I know it's a 4 and 5 situation, so I'm pretty good. I don't want to get too aggressive because I know they also have a Bastion. I'm going to force Fortify early here. I know they're too far away for me to have to worry about not having Fortify in the next like 10 seconds. I'm going to end Fortify early because, again, I don't need it, and I want the Fortify to come back as soon as possible. Right? I don't worry about using Fortify. I still spin, so there's no reason why I'm going to use Fortify here. I see she pops Fortify early. Again, I think that was a mistake. I immediately stop attacking her because I see I see Bastion ulti already. I spin back in, get a little space, right? She pops Nano. What do? Right? Ignore her. Because, I can't stop her. There's nothing I can do to stop her. So we've lost 2. What's my goal? I'm going to trade out. Right? And this is just like pure mechanical skill. Right? I see Orisa's pop. Great. I missed Javelin to try to slow her down. Right? Now I fortify because like if I could stand in front of her with spin, sure I would do that. Right? But I can't stay in front of her. I've already lost 2. Right? I realize I'm going to get run over. So I'd rather just die quickly but trade because we have a good spawn here. So again, just getting her down. Could have done a little better tracking. I didn't expect her to just consistently just run to the right like that. Very, very unusual. Very cool. Just kill her, and now I'm fine just trading out. But again, look at all the attention here. So I come in, right? Forces Kiriko Swift Step, or Misha Managed just to save the Reaper actually. My team just sits above, right? They get lots and lots of space to just kind of sit here. So I'm gonna come back. We're in overtime, final fight. I'm gonna spin to get back again quickly. I already recognize we're probably going to win this fight because it should be a 3-on-2 with people trickling in. Soldier's here. Come down. I'm surprised he didn't die there from the melee. Right. Triss is here. This Javelin, and then that's basically the game. Okay. So, what to learn? What to take away here? Number one, having a diverse hero roster is obviously helpful because it allows me to play heroes that are better suited for the occasion than others. And number two is like understanding when the switch is when you're just not getting enough value, right? I would not consider this a good push to have only gotten it to here. I think at least you should cap second and get some progress on third. I think third's quite a hard point to pick. I would expect to get like here feels like an average push. This is a good push. This is a great push, right? So getting it like not even to the end of second felt really, really bad. And I was like, okay, I have to really, really play super well, like basically near perfect play in the second half in order to win the game. And I switched to a hero that I'm very comfortable with, who was good against the lineup that we were facing. Again, if this had kept going, if they'd stayed like a Divey comp, I would have gone Diva or Winston here for high ground, but they just didn't. Like I consistently had opportunities to brawl and fight people at close range. Also, just thoughts in general on one-tricking and how to learn a hero well is force it into all the situations that you can until you are very confident that you cannot win in those situations, and then switch, right? So here, like the good thing is in the future, now that I've gotten that skill with Rammatra, right? Because I've gotten basically most of the way to Masters 4 playing Rammatra. Like other than this match, it's all been a Rammatra play. And for the record, I dropped as low as like 30% before switching. But for example, I could have tried Rammatra on first point here. I don't think I would want to, but I think that it is a possibility that I could try Rammatra here on first. But as soon as we went to second point, right, when we capped, right here when I respawn, Oh, I guess I respawned it all the way in the back, but like basically right here is when I would have gone to forward spawn and just switched to like Winston or Diva here, who are much stronger high ground controlling characters that would have gotten me so much more mileage than playing Rammatra and just feeling like helpless down here. Again, like that, I think that like the final two fights made it very clear where I'm like, what the heck am I supposed to do with these people just standing on high ground, like constantly, you know, like this is really bad value as Rammatra right now. Like I'm basically throwing the game, just like shooting people above me, doing nothing. It's quite lucky that I got the value that I got here. You know? I don't know why the animal ran back outside. So I'm going back inside. All right, hopefully it's helpful.